Welcome to my presentation on breast cancer, olana hope, and the experience of Native Hawaiian women. I'm Dr. Karla Calumet, a research scientist and health psychologist. Thank you for joining me today. This was a phenomenological study into the lived experience of Native Hawaiian women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer and their experience of olana hope. The background includes individuals who have a cancer diagnosis experience both adverse and positive emotional changes due to the diagnosis and resulting treatment. Fears may include the fear of ill effects of adjuvant therapy, not living to see their children grow up, the loss of being able to function within the work environment, loss of friendships, and premature death, which will require new strengths to continue their life journey. Hope is associated with positive features of coping with cancer. In this study, olana hope was found to be central to the 5 women's experience of breast cancer. Spirituality is central to the Native Hawaiian culture and a collective approach toward health, oloa pono, and kakau, meaning an us way of coping. Lokahai harmony triangle includes a physical world, human relations emphasizing unity in the family, collective of blood-related and fictive kin, spirituality emphasizing accord with God, ancestral spirits, and other forms of life that are held sacred. Ho'oponopono is the spiritually grounded family discussion that takes place prior to medical treatments. This includes family prayer, procedures for pooling the family's spiritual and emotional strengths, assignment of individual responsibility with the family collective, and discernment of the meaning of the illness to each family member as well as to the collective. The problem identified for the purpose of this study was that while extensive data have been accumulated regarding positive impact of hope in the general population of individuals diagnosed with breast cancer, to date little was known about the lived experience of breast cancer and hope olana in the Native Hawaiian population. The purpose of this study was to more fully understand how Native Hawaiian women perceived how they used hope olana in their journey with a breast cancer diagnosis. This information has contributed to the area of understanding of how hope olana impacts upon a woman's journey through a life-threatening diagnosis of breast cancer. This research is important in developing interventions that can promote hope olana and improve health outcomes among Native Hawaiian women diagnosed with breast cancer. The research question is, what is the lived experience of olana hope in Native Hawaiian women diagnosed with breast cancer? How do Native Hawaiian women diagnosed with breast cancer perceive hope olana? Where do Native Hawaiian women believe that hope olana has been promoted in their journey with breast cancer? Why is the lived experience of olana hope in Native Hawaiian women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer important to them in their journey? The study was phenomenological, using in-depth qualitative interviews on the women's perception of how hope olana has been part of their journey with breast cancer. Women who were diagnosed with breast cancer in the last 10 years were recruited from a clinic in Kealakekua, Hawaii, and from the Pacific Islander Health Partnership in Santa Ana, California. The participants consisted of 5 women who were diagnosed with breast cancer in the last 10 years. They were Native Hawaiian, and Creswell indicates that within a phenomenological study, 3 to 10 participants is advised, depending on when saturation is reached. The participants came from the United States and the Asia-Pacific Island. Ages ranged from 47 to 74 with a mean age of 62. Time since diagnosis ranged in the last 10 years. Native Hawaiian made up 5 of the women. Female, 5. Siblings, 5. English-speaking, 5. Religious affiliation, 5. Theoretical framework was positive psychology. Positive psychology is a young field having only been in existence for the past 18 years. Martin Seligman is credited to be the father of positive psychology. Rao Donaldson claimed that positive psychology research has not sufficiently explored issues faced by underrepresented populations such as women. The research was a qualitative study. The selected research design for this study was phenomenological. The phenomenological tradition is a method that uses the lived experience of the individual with respect to a phenomenon or concept. In this instance, the phenomenon was that of hope, mano olana. In vivo qualitative data analysis software was used to identify patterns in the researcher's notes and assist the researcher in organizing and interpreting the data collected from the participants in the study. The data were categorized based on the similarity of responses and coded within the framework in order to define recurring themes and relationships in the participants' responses. Creswell guidelines were applied. 8 themes emerged in the study. They consisted of mano olana hope is the essence of my being. Family strengthens me and gave me mano olana hope. Family consists of the biological family and the hoahana family. My relationship with God and Jesus promoted mano olana hope in me. My religious affiliation promoted mano olana hope in me. The cancer support group promoted mano olana hope in me. The cancer treatment team promoted mano olana hope in me. Treatment options, allopathic, osteopathic, naturopathic, alternative medicine, and herbal remedies promoted mano olana hope in me. Nature's beauty and the arts promoted mano olana hope in me. In Theme 1, mano olana hope is the essence of my being, the participants relayed the following. One of the participants described mano olana hope as something that was culturally a part of who she was as a person. It was the essence of her being. One of the other women indicated that she felt mano olana hope was fostered within her as a very young child by her parents. All of the women agreed that mano olana was culturally central to who they were as an individual. Another participant indicated the following. I can't even think of not having mano olana hope in my life. We were always raised to have hope and to do your best and strive to do better. Always family love. We were raised with that, so I can't imagine what it would feel like not to have it. I don't know how to explain that one. It is a big part of our ohana. I think the Polynesian people have a tremendous outlook of showing love. In Theme 2, family strengthens me and gives me mano olana hope. Family consists of the biological family and hoahano family. It's the people around us who keep us encouraged, and then this allows us to turn around and help others that are asking, why me? I have so much support with people. My grandmother and girlfriend were wonderful and helped to support me. Absolutely, my children gave me hope. They gave me hope because they were there for me. My husband was there for me. My family was there. My brothers, my sisters, they were all there. My cousins. I sensed that everyone was there for me, my family, my culture. In Theme 3, my relationship with God and Jesus promotes mano olana hope in me. By the time I was diagnosed, I said, really, Jesus? I had just got done taking care of my parents. They lived full lives. They were 81 and 85. My mom passed June 2011. My dad, it was later on to 2012. We're all right because we have Jesus in our life. Only God knows when your time is up. Only He knows during this battle. All you have to do is just live. Theme 3, my relationship with God and Jesus promotes mano olana hope in me. When I went to church on Sunday, my crying was of joy because I could feel the presence, that you are going to be okay. Because when I was at church, the song was, what do you want of me, Lord? Oh my God, Jesus, Jesus, you are the way. And then a ray of sunlight came right through the church, right on my face. And the whole church is dark, but it broke through the cloud and hit me right on my face. He grabbed me because it was a desperate situation. God is in control. Just thank Him for everything and you'll be fine. Theme 4, my religious affiliation promoted mano olana hope in me. I have the women from the Baptist church. Oh my God, they were everything because when I was going through my treatment in Oahu, they took care of my children. They gave me a lot of hope so I could get through this. I could share with my church group. A lot of people prayed for me, and they are from many different religions, and they prayed in their own specific religion, and I knew that was happening. I could feel it. Theme 5, the cancer support group promoted mano olana hope in me. The cancer support group, oh my gosh, they are hilarious. You know what? They're a bunch of good women. We are a group with so much fun we tend to forget that we are sick. If you have cancer and you need support, we have dinner with our group every other Tuesday. We do hula. Yeah, of course. I count on them and I count on their faith, and they are on this journey with me. I am blessed, totally blessed. Theme 6, the cancer treatment team promoted Mano Olana Hope in me. Oh yeah, the nurses, everybody, all the nurses at that oncology center, oh my God, they were so good. They were awesome, awesome, awesome. They made me feel comfortable. You would wait and they would call you in and they would get you all warm, get you hooked up to your machine. They would come and talk story with you. The doctors were so supportive. They were so supportive, and it was step by step. They talked to me step by step about what's going to happen after, so I wasn't scared at all. I wasn't scared. I was very, very blessed because I had a great team of doctors and nurses, and I was with a hospital that I didn't just have my oncologist and radiologist, I also had the surgeon, and for every part of my body I had a doctor because I also have lupus. They were just wonderful people, very caring, very soft-spoken, gentle, caring, very, very supportive as to how they could help or anything they could do for me. Any questions they could answer, they were there. They absolutely helped me be hopeful. Theme 7, treatment options, allopathic, osteopathic, naturopathic, alternative medicine, and herbal remedies promoted Mano Olana Hope in me. In 2015 December, I got diagnosed. I started taking the CBD oil that my friends gave me. It's not going to take the cancer away, but it's not going to allow it to grow. I called one of my very dear friends one day and I said, I feel really good. And she said, I'm giving you Reiki right now. Theme 8, nature's beauty and the arts promote Mano Olana Hope in me. I love talking story. I love playing music. They laugh and have activities such as arts and crafts and even make calendars on their own, and they would go to lunch, go to the beach. I remember being outside one day and I was just closing my eyes and I could smell the flowers, the grass, I could hear the birds, things that we take for granted so much, and when you're going through something like this, you're not sure if you're going to die, and all of this comes into play. The limitations of this study are only Native Hawaiian women diagnosed with breast cancer at any stage in the past 10 years prior to the interview were included in the study. Males with breast cancer were not included. This may have presented an area to provide a completely new and different perspective. The age of diagnosis may have been another area that would have provided further insight into understanding if younger women are more hopeful versus older women or vice versa. In addition, in future studies, I would ask each of the participants the type of treatment they received, such as chemotherapy, surgery, radiation, hormonal therapy, and family history of cancer. Conclusions. Even though the women had experienced a life-limiting disease of breast cancer, they found Mano Olana to be central to supporting their journey. The women found Mano Olana to be promoted within the 8 themes previously discussed in this presentation. Health practitioners, oncology practitioners, medical students may all benefit from education on the role of Mano Olana Hope in Native Hawaiian women diagnosed with breast cancer. I have found in this study that Native Hawaiian women do gain theological strength by using spiritually based resources. Spiritually based resources are the practices, beliefs, and values that are founded in a relationship with a sacred source, such as God, a higher power, or whomever or however the person chooses to believe in a divine being. Mano Olana Hope was found by all of the women within their specific practices, beliefs, and values. The women identified to me that they were more hopeful because of these practices, beliefs, and values. If a more culturally sensitive approach is developed within these allopathic and osteopathic cancer centers, where they too promote Mano Olana Hope, knowing of the importance this holds to these women and the empirical evidence as Carver et al. Discuss, clinicians can then design and include programs that promote hope within the care plans of these women. This could begin in medical and nursing schools with a course offered on cultural diversity in healthcare delivery, with breast cancer oncology services being one of the initial areas of study. The implications following indicate oncology healthcare practitioners as a result of this study may be better informed on the importance of Mano Olana to Native Hawaiian women within their journey with breast cancer. Education for healthcare practitioners on the role of Mano Olana and breast cancer could be facilitated. Interventions developed to promote hope among breast cancer survivors could be developed. Future studies to investigate the importance of hope to cancer survivors with other cancer diagnoses could be completed. And this information is helpful to health psychologists, cancer treatment practitioners, and the field of biobehavioral oncology intervention research, moving it forward and supporting and improving upon overall well-being and health outcomes in general. I want to say mahalo, thank you to all of you for joining me today. If you'd like further information on some of the ideas to promote hope, you can find some of these in my most recent book, which is Hope Matters, Positive Health in Breast Cancer and Beyond, and that's available at Amazon.com. Thank you so much for joining me.